Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you are subscribed to my other channel, Queen Spirit 1126. Alright, so we are going to pick 3 cards and get into this reading. Let's see what number we got today. Alright, so we're going to pick that one and that one. Both of those popped out. Let's get one more. Right, so we got 2, 5, and 33. 2, 5, 3, 3. Okay, so let's see, we have 6 and 7. That's coming to a 13. Okay, so the last number I picked, I believe equaled 13. I think that's a big number this week, 13. Be careful of the things that you do. Make sure whatever you do represents who you actually want to be and what you want to represent. In our life, there's really nothing more important than our character, right? 2 and 5 represent 7. 7 is a very introspective number. Looking at those things that work for you, looking at those things that don't work for you, kind of analyzing everything. So let's go over the numbers individually. We have the number 2 here. Number 2 is Jungian connection. I'm definitely feeling like the connection to spirit is having a change right now. And this isn't something that is bad. It definitely can be represented as something that is beneficial to you. Okay, and something beneficial to your skills. 33, the number of your spiritual abilities, your spiritual talents, your skills. All right, so if we do the 2 and a 5, 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 33 equals just 40. So I'm getting that there is a some kind of new foundation that you are getting into, something that is supported by spirit. I get that you guys have been through a lot of cycles and you are coming up on a new cycle, right? And this is one that has something to do with money, something to do with creating new boundaries, right? But as I said, with that underlying number 13, be careful to be responsible for yourself, responsible for the things you love. I would say the people you love, but not really. Be responsible for how you treat people that you care about. Compassion is coming out really heavy. So let's pick some charms. We got 1 for 2. Ooh, little starfish. 1, 4, 5. Oh. All right, and then 33. They were fit right in each other, and they're the same thing. All right, so this is a feather here. So for the 2, we have a starfish. This starfish to me is representing learning to let a lot of things go. Like your guides are encouraging you to not really hold on to anything. Kind of, it feels like giving up, but it's really just not kind of harping on things that aren't working for you, the things that you need to move away from. So this 5 here came with 2 flowers. I couldn't separate them in my hand. So this is definitely spiritual growth, personal growth. This may be a little bit scary. I feel like some of you are going through a major awakening, which again, awakenings can be a little bit nerve-wracking. They could be something that is viewed as scary, something that can be viewed as growth is scary. It could be something that could be a little bit off-putting, right? And so we have the 33 here with the feather. As I always tell you guys, the feather represents like the number 0, a push, a shift, or a block. So we saw the 0 represented in the number 40, right, which just equals. And definitely you have spiritual support. They are pushing you through to make you or help you recognize your skills. So I feel some of you guys have been a little bit shelled up. You have been protective over a lot of things that you learned, a lot of things that you do. You have been kind of protective over your, um, I want to say your personality, but like how people see you. It's kind of like you have been very controlling about other people's view of you, right? So that's something that you need to be careful of because you really can't control how other people see you. Again, you can only control your character. You can control how you make other people feel by treating people the right way. So let's pull a number for the 2 and the starfish here. So we got the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is a harsh ending. 10 of Swords can also be betrayal. But this is the cycle that I was talking about, right? So there's some kind of cycle ending and you guys are moving on to something better. A 10 is a great number. I do really love 10. It is the number of you kind of manifesting your way into something new, into something better. All right. So with this 10 of Swords, we have 5 swords up and 5 swords down. The 5 of Swords represents like winning at all costs, or it represents defeat, right? So I do get that you guys are defeating some kind of old view of yourself, burying it deep within the ground, right? Just letting these things go. And this is something that Spirit is definitely supporting as well, is you letting all these things go. What's this 5 with the 2 flowers? Queen of Wands. And this is what I was talking about, manifesting, right? We got the Queen of Cups, manifesting through love. The word prosperity, humility. I get that you guys are very, very loving people, which is why we have these 2 flowers here. You've been through a lot. You've grown a lot. It's been a challenge, but it's been something. It's kind of like when you really, really want something in life and you're working toward it, like that could be difficult, right? You face a lot of endings because Spirit's like, okay, well, if this is what you really want, then we can't have you doing this or we can't have you doing that. And so it's back to this feeling of kind of being sucked through this vacuum where you have to go this way. You're forced to go one way and you're forced to leave things behind. So what's this 33 with the feather, Spirit? Damn, we got another 10. Spirit is not playing with y'all, okay? Man, okay, so we got the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is burdens, right? The 10 of Wands also kind of denotes like responsibility. So I'm going to say that you are responsible for your gifts, right? Spirit is here a lot, right? Represented in the feather, represented in the number 2, represented in this 5 and 6 being 11. You have a lot of guides around you. You have a lot of spiritual support. And that's something that you need to lean on, right? Because at the end of the day, when you are given something, then you do have the responsibility to give back. It's not just all about you, which is why I felt that number 13 in the beginning. You guys have to make sure that you use your gifts for good. There are going to be some times where you're just like, well, I don't have to do this. Well, yeah, you do. It's like if you like saw somebody on the corner and they looked like thirsty and you had a bottle of water in your car. So it's like, give them that water. Give them the water. Just do it. It's not going to kill you. Like, you can give them a couple dollars. If your guides are moving you to do something, make sure you are following your intuition, right? Because at this point, this could go either way. It could move you toward this energy where you feel like you can manipulate whatever situation because you have the power to do it. You have the wherewithal to do it. You have the money to do it. or it can move you toward helping people. At the end of the day, it's really up to you. But just know, whatever you decide is going to be your responsibility. You're going to be kind of burdened by your choices. Okay, so you want to make sure that the choices you make are well within your character traits. Alright, so I kind of want to pull some map cards. So we're going to pull 2 of these and see what we get. Because I feel like you guys are really going places. I get this energy of very fast movement. And this is based off of your spiritual gifts, okay? So I'm going to leave the talent, spiritual number playlist at the end of the video, so you guys can check that out. I might leave it as a card as well, so we'll see. Let's see what we got going on here. Sorry about that. What's the message here, Spirit? Field of Dreams. We have the number 21. So whenever you see an egg, right? An egg is like intentions. Before an egg is cracked open, the actual egg itself means intention. And then you see the growth from that intention. So make sure that you are setting intentions for your dreams, because they are being kind of like fertilized. I don't know if that's the right word, by spirit, right? The things that you want in life, you communicate with spirit about these things, and then they help you achieve them, as long as it's on the way to your destiny. Sometimes we want to do things that doesn't align with our destiny, or we want to like fast forward things and make them come quicker, or sometimes we're just not ready. But at the end of the day, as long as you set your intention and then you communicate that with your guides, then they are going to support you in that. As long as you're not trying to hurt people, y'all, as long as you're trying to be a good person, clear up some karma as well. So we have 14, right? The wave. You know, the number 5 coming up again. 5 is all about kind of like about freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like when the number 5 appears in your chart, that is a number of not wanting to be held down. That is a number of, hey, I want to do what I want to do. I want to do it when I want to do it. But you still have to be careful, right? Because we saw 13 earlier, 14 now. You have to be careful that you are not abusing the freedom that you have. There are times where we should just do whatever we want to do, and there are times where we should be following our intuition and doing what the hell we're told, doing what our guides are urging and directing. That's what I'm getting right now. So ride the wave. After the Field of Dreams, ride the wave. This is about you kind of coming to terms with your intention and appreciating what follows, right? Going with the flow. I told you guys earlier about kind of being like pulled through this vacuum. Well, you're not going to fight being pulled through a vacuum, right? You're just going to be pulled through it, and you have to accept that this is the way you're going. So as long as you set your intention and make sure you're doing the things that you really want to do in life, things that align with your character and with your goals, spiritual and otherwise, you'll be fine. You'll just be fine. You'll end up on that other side fine. Okay. All right. So what's the message here? We got the 2 and the 10 equaling 12. That is this month, right? All right. 12 is 3, so we got another 3. So we got 3 of Cups. So for some of you guys, I'm getting to release this need to celebrate with certain people. Spirit is going to put people in your life that you should be celebrating with, but you have to be careful, because sometimes when people see you as successful, they could feel like, oh, it's okay to use you, or it's okay to be a burden, right? We got the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. They're literally the worst tens in the deck. I mean, to be completely honest, all the other tens in the deck really represent something that is positive, where these tens represent kind of like a worry, something that you should watch out for. The Ten of Swords being harsh endings. There may be some kind of harsh ending dealing with a friendship, dealing with somebody that you used to celebrate with, okay? Dealing with some kind of communication between you and somebody else. All right, so let's clarify this Queen of Wands and the 5. So I get that you guys are also, and the 33 screams it, but the Queen of Wands is all about her power. She stands in her power. The things that she says she's going to do, she's going to do them. The Wands, King and Queen, both, they are go-getters. If they say they're going to make something happen, then they're going to make something happen. They're going to go after it. So there's going to be some kind of changes in your motivation here, is what I'm getting right now. Soul growth, okay? So we got the number 7, choices. So 7 of Cups not only means choices, because we see it right here on the card, but it can also be this energy of like seeing so much you can't decide, right? It's like when we have all this shit to do. I know I'm guilty of this. And it's like this whole list of things that we have to do. And we're just looking at like, damn, where do I even start? Like, that's how I feel right now. Like you guys are going through some kind of overwhelming period because so much is changing around you. You're kind of like, well, where do I put my intentions? Where do I put my wand? Like, where do I want it to go? What do I want it to be? And the advice here is just to start. You have many choices. All of them are, going to, I don't want to say yield the same result, but that is kind of how I feel. They're all going to propel you forward in a place where you need to go. So then we have the 10 and we have the 33, which could be 43. Or it could just be 16-7, right? So 16, we're getting a lot of karmic life path numbers out here. Abuse of love. And so with the karmic life path 16, a lot of times this is something that happens to you, right? People abusing the energy that you give them, right? You give too much and they just take and take and take. And they're like, oh, well, you'll always be there for me, or you'll always do this. And it's just not true. It is not. So I'm also getting to make sure you're not viewing your gifts as a burden. They are not a burden. All right. So let's clarify 10 of Wands in this 33, Spirit. 10 of Wands in this 33. Okay. So we got 4 of Cups. All right, so we have 4 of Cups and then we have the 8 of Discs. So really be careful with where you apply your energy, right? The 8 of Discs is work. It says dedication, but the 8 of Discs is work. So if you're working on something, make sure it's something that you really want to do. Make sure that you are dedicated and you are perfecting the things in life that you actually want to perfect, and you're not doing something just because it would make your family happy, just because it would make you money or things like that. Regardless in life, we're going to have some kind of duties, right? And these can be a burden to us. But we also have to make sure that we take time out to do things for ourselves. Not only our physical selves, but our spiritual selves, okay? So, yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Seeing this number 2533. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys next time.